For so many months we've built, and for so many years we've planned and developed the vision. But today Custodia will open. We invited a beautiful group of change makers, impact entrepreneurs, future custodians to this place in the middle of the jungle.
Papa?
Ja.
Beide runtergehen.
Wir gehen jetzt gleich runter, genau. The program will start. Slowly people are arriving. I'm so looking forward to this weekend to really celebrate the opening of Custodia. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Hi.
This is like the opposite of connection. We all crave connection, but we cannot have connection when everything is replaceable.
Yeah, exactly. Connection is not an instant thing.
No, it takes time, it takes commitment, it takes patience. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's a funny thing, because this is how the whole process is starting. When we are birthed as little babies, we need physical contact all the time, and if we don't have this, then the whole inside ourselves emerges, which we try to fulfill with getting external stuff, like luxurious house or whatever.
I know definitely I had a great childhood up until like 10 or 11 or something. I had like plenty of connection and love and being in nature or something. I mean, I'm definitely, I guess I'm not the normal level of consumerism, but we're still falling into the trap sometimes. It cannot solve everything, so it needs also the system to then provide the infrastructure to pick you up when you have already the right condition.
This is the story that you shared, right? The children in green school, they learn, okay, don't use the plastic bottle, and then everywhere around them, when they get thirsty, only the plastic bottles are sold. So, okay, what should they do? So, nice, good work, thank you. Important topic.
Now we're gathering here.
Yeah, we have a little snack, and then sharing. We merged our groups.
I know a place where we can go and be alone. So come away with me, nobody has to know where we gonna go. I was just calling to see if you're free.
Every group is now invited to share whatever is their harvest from the group process. 10, 12, 15 minutes per group, whatever emerged, and then afterwards we will see what are the overlaps between the different topics and the different processes in order to afterwards bring like all of that together into a piece of wisdom, hopefully. Let's see.
We can destroy everything. We are super powerful, and so what are we going to do with this power? That's the subject of our. That's what we write, right? So.
And it is also a little bit about like that predator kind of concept that we as humans, you know, we're not the apex predator, but therefore we still create destruction as if we are, right? Because we have the bombs, we have all these nuclear destructions, emotional destructions, and how in the circle of life there's like this, what was the quote from Spider-Man?
With a great power comes great responsibility. So that's.
So to be able to respond to that capacity of having that birthright, that we are powerful, right? So to be able to be responsible to, you know, do better because we know better. We have that cognitive ability to have that wisdom, but are we applying it? And as custodians, or right, caretakers, you know, what is a custodian? You know, I lived with a mother who was a custodian, literally cleaning toilets. You know, and I used to say like, oh my God, I live with a Zen monk, right? Because it's that purity, it's that taking care constantly, right? And it's our job to do that. And for the kids, if it's not modeled at home, it's not happening, right? You can talk about it. You can talk about it all you want, but if it's not modeled, it's not going to happen.
Evolution, their sense-making process to become a custodian, and like what are the specific, because when a child learns something, they're synthesizing right away a fresh experience. So it'd be interesting to understand the psychology of that, and then see if there are corollaries we can extrapolate outward onto the society level. Because right now that we can become custodians ourselves, which is good. It won't do that much to the meta crisis. You have to affect scale of custodianship.
When a child is born, the most essential need in the first 6 to 12 months is permanent skin-to-skin contact. Because if they have this permanent skin-to-skin contact, they realize I'm taken care of, life is safe. And if they don't have this, it ripples through their whole life. So I believe like the most important thing that we, either as parents or as adults in general, can give to the next generation is to fulfill these essential needs as a newborn. And really like even if I would quit my role as a father today, I know that I really gifted Leonard with the most important thing for him to grow into this custodian role, because for the past 3 years every day I was carrying him in the sling and he was close to me, and I think we can do a lot more good in these first years and a lot easier compared to years of personal development and therapy and whatever later on.
After that, we're sharing like one thing we're really grateful about today.
Grateful for this community of receptivity and equanimity, and that they exist. so grateful. I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful for my kids. I'm grateful for my love. Just gratitude of all the intentions coming to the culmination.
I think I'd like to start with a little bit of a recap. All the puzzle pieces that we put on the table today, We talked about the meta crisis, the interconnection of the extraction of the natural world, converting it into stuff that we buy, and in the end it ending up as waste. All of that driven by the economic system that we created that needs to grow at all costs. And when there's not a lot of nature anymore that can be extracted, it's our attention that can still be extracted over those devices and all the intricacies. So really like this whole frame of the meta crisis, I would say, is the largest possible lens through which we looked while designing Custodia, so that it's really a powerful response to that on many different levels. A living experiment for an aligned humanity, we coined it, because that's really what it is I would say an incubator or a sandbox where we can explore what wants to be birthed, what wants to be responded to the meta crisis. One thing is clear, that Custodia can't stay as it is right now. Even it's super nice and I love sleeping in the tent and staying with you guys here and cooking, and I love all of that. It's super nice. And at the same time, of course, that's not the end of the road. So according to British anthropologist Robin Dunbar, the maximum amount of intimate connections that we as a species, based on our brain size, can form is around 150. So we have the assumption that Custodia developing into a village of around 150 full-time residents who are really forming the core of all that, where everybody knows each other. But that's really the North Star for Custodian, at the same time being open to all sorts of people coming in for retreats, for incubators, for events and whatever. David, do you want to continue?
Of course.
Epic.
Thank you.
Cool.
All right. So let me guide you through Custodia's second phase of building. We'll make bold steps towards our vision of the Florence of the 21st century, which mean like one really important building block is to focus building the place in a way that attracts high-level change makers, to build the strong core Custodia needs, especially from beginning on. And yeah, having that being said, we need more living space for our companions, temporary containers, and of course for residents. We need more space to live, to create, to enjoy, to recharge. And of course we need to expand our infrastructure. So we're gonna build our first small houses to really make long-term residency at Custodia not only possible, but really interesting. We need a space that enables us to work with full dedication on our projects. So of course we're gonna build a co-working space on the upper plot. We need a space to recharge our body and mind, and after a fully lived day. And as probably most of you know, there's nothing doing the job better than a wood-fired sauna in combination with an ice bath or river plunge after. For those of you that didn't explore this area already, we're gonna do a river plunge tomorrow morning. So yeah, super excited for that.
Good morning. Welcome to day 2 of the big Custodia Opening Ceremony. Of course, we're gonna start this new day in style river plunge. Let's go. Super excited for day 2 after a refreshing morning plunge. We will have some breakfast, and then my personal highlight for the whole weekend, the first session of Custodian Games. The fully immersive, cooperative, regenerative reality game that I developed. Nobody knows a single bit about it. It will be a full-on surprise even for David, my partner in building Custodia. He doesn't know anything. I will surprise the whole group with a handful of challenges that test their capabilities in handling complex situations under stress, remaining calm, and in a good spirit working towards a diversity of shared goals. Because this is a sandbox for the global situation that we have right now. We need to learn how to cooperate in a way that the different strengths enhance each other and we don't lose sight of what's really meaningful and just, yeah, fight against each other over minutia. So I'm so excited for this, and this will definitely be a format here at Custodia that will accompany us for a long time if everything goes well. So let's dive into it.
Such a beautiful sanctuary vibes, but like you guys said, it's not for resort, it's for custodian space, and I really see that difference from other retreat space or other resort place. Like I really see you guys, what you guys wanna root in here and spread on this land, and thank you for doing that. Really appreciation to the who standing up for it and actually embodying it in this realm, not just idea.
Thank you for being here, and thank you for being courageous, because for what will happen next we will need courage. To be precise, we need 6 courageous people. And without any other information, who wants to participate? Okay, we have 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6. Two of you, 3 of you, Myra and Hero. Epic. All right. I would like to ask our 6 brave souls to enter the platform and to gather around your invitation for the next couple of minutes. And everybody else, come down please as well. We will hold the space for them. You are one team and you are on a special mission. Read it loud and clearly so that everybody can understand.
Welcome to Custodian Games. This is the first ever cooperative regenerative reality game. A safe space to practice the multifaceted and interdisciplinary skill set that we as custodians need to be effective agents of change. A diverse array of 6 quests has been prepared for you as a group to test your capabilities in navigating a highly complex playing field. The goal of Custodian Games is to excel at all 6 quests simultaneously and achieve the highest possible score by becoming one organism. These are 6 quests in their respective scores. Create an awe-inspiring painting, 120 points. Second, do as many push-ups as possible, 120 points. 3, develop an aligned strategy for the Jatiluwih people to thrive financially without sacrificing their ecology, culture or community. 4, let a child thrive. 5, connect intimately. Intimately, you know what I mean. 120 points. 6, tap into autopoiesis. Become one collective organism. 360 points, so the highest one. Up to 120 points for maintaining high group spirit under stress. Up to 120 points for intelligently navigating the complexity of quests. Up to 120 points for talking as little as possible. Okay, that's it.
That's it.
Should we start with a group hug?
Yes. Come on, Julian. The only one.
All right, guys, have fun. Come on, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 29.
Because they feel lonely. These old people, they feel lonely.
Yeah, well, they've all left out, yeah.
What should we do? You have an idea?
Volcano.
A volcano? How would you do that?
So it makes a little bit of black and then the mountain makes
Almost have like one-on-ones.
Yeah,
Make
you're
sure
right.
that
You're right.
everyone-
You're right. It doesn't make sense to build a
Yeah.
legal entity. Yeah.
We made earth glue.
Main thing is to bring young back again. So we need to create a job here.
Let it out with a thigh. One more.
Yeah.
Oh, it's finished.
Finished, yeah.
You did your 50?
I did my 50.
Really?
Come on.
You have to make sure that everybody understands something that they can do, that they understand they should not sell the land.
You are not a farmer. You are an artisan farmer.
So where should I put the next layer of earth? Like maybe when this is the rice field, maybe here? Yeah, I will do.
Before we finalize, should we maybe with the kids once go through it, and then you can also put your inputs, what you as a kid, like what would inspire you?
To make farming play versus work. And I think that's how the youth have it associated. This is a working.
But it's fun.
Making it playful, yeah, making it fun, getting,
You can funify it.
funify it.
So the story, it's like, it used to be just like a rice field, but now the river just smashed the rice field and made a little volcano and a big tree, and the snake just moved in, and Spirit was just like watching over it.
19. One more. 20. Let's get it.
What do you think the children of farmers need to understand about the sacred lands?
They need to understand that taking care of the nature is a big responsibility, because without the farmers, like maybe not that many trees would be growing. Like they would be like all over the place.
But what about their passions? What if they don't want to be farmers and they wanted to be like bakers or lawyers
Or doctors.
doctors or veterinarians or adventurers or... So how do we support them in that?
How do we support them? They could be like a lot of things, and they can even be a farmer.
Yeah.
They don't need to always need to be one thing.
So you can be multiple things. So have the basic skills to know how to care for land, and on top of that, do your passion.
Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Amazing work.
We're all really receptive and open, and I loved it. It was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
What are we, Frangipani potatoes?
Frangipani potatoes. Let's get it. One.
807 points, can you believe it? Out of 960.
That's great.
Wow.
Awesome. Good job, guys.
The first squad ever playing custodian games. Really proud of all of you.
We are all leaders in our daily lives. I was a bit worried. Leaders always like to lead, but it was very complimentary.
Yeah.
Very complimentary.